Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 9, Episode 12. Today we have another puzzle that I am unsure how to pronounce. I am going with Yoque, assuming that maybe it is Spanish-influenced, but if you know better, please let me know in the comments. Regardless of how it is supposed to be pronounced, we're going to figure out how it is supposed to be played right now as we take a look at the rules. In a Yoque puzzle, we connect some pairs of orthogonally adjacent dots to form paths connecting pairs of circles. So we're traveling horizontally and vertically in the grid from dot to dot, and we can see that every path goes from one circle to another circle. Each path must turn exactly once, and each path must be crossed exactly once by another path. That implies that, so you can see that each turns once, we're making L shapes, and the other part implies, I believe, that we will only have pairs of paths that cross one another. Two perpendicular line segments may intersect each other, but not turn or stop at their intersection or otherwise overlap, so we're not going to have any places that look like forks. There are only going to be these four-way nodes where they cross each other. Two circles containing the same letter must be ends of the same path. Two circles containing different letters may not. So essentially, we're labeling each line with a letter, though some lines may end up being labeled with a letter that's not actually given. So this would be maybe the D, so that we have an A line, a B line, a C line, and a D line. Those are the rules of Yoque, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's Yoque puzzle was set by Eric Fox. Let's start at the beginning of the alphabet with these A's. So we know that they are connected to each other with an L shape, so that's either this shape or this shape. We also know that this path must get crossed by another path, and if we went up along the edge like this, there's no way another path would cross it. So I think we can start by drawing this in as the A. And we've got a similar situation with the B, because if that went along the wall, we'd actually cross this circle, which is going to be illegal. There wasn't actually a rule about crossing a circle, but that's implied by the fact that we can't have a T intersection. So this is going to have to go this way. C doesn't have an obvious restriction, but D does. We can't go this, we can have an L this direction because we touched that circle. So we're going to go out this way. And then that gives us our C because we would hit this and make a T intersection and have overlapping lines. So that goes out this way. And so we've used up all of the letters. So now we've got to pair up the rest of these circles. How are we going to do that? I'm going to start with this one because of it being boxed all in with this B. What circles could it reach? I think it's going to have to start by going west across this line, across the B line, because if it doesn't, if it goes north or south and then turns, it can't go south and turn here. It can't go south and turn here. There's no destination for it to reach. North and here doesn't work. So those are the only three ways that it could cross line B, and it has to cross line B because something does. So it's going to have to go this way, and then it's going to turn once and hit another circle, and that is going to be this, because if it went any further, it's going to cross more lines. It's only allowed to cross one. So it's going to do that. And this circle looks constrained. If we start by going south, we're stuck. North, no destination, and any further than that, and it hits this line. So it doesn't go north or south. It certainly doesn't go east. It's going to go west, turn once. There's no destinations here. There is one here, so it could be that one. Could also go over here and be that one. But we know that D isn't going to get crossed again. So this circle is going to go west or south. This can't go south because it would cross two lines among other reasons. Can't go west. East, it can't get to here because it would cross two lines, so it goes north. At least that far, and in fact that's the only available destination. So we've taken care of these two and these two. Those can never be crossed again. I can just like say these are all off. This whole area of the puzzle is off limits. We can't cross any of those lines. So this one is going to have to cross line C, because if it doesn't, then nothing else can. So if it doesn't do it directly, it would go up and across or down and across, neither of which there are destinations. So it does cross there. And the only possible destination is this one. So it's going to come down here, and that tells us that these two do pair up, so we can just connect them up like that. And that is how we solve a yoke.